If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from Southern California. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They put Ryman in motion. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get the 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. 13 yards.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
McBride is the motion man. He'll go again with Benson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. Lance looking to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here.
And he's going to have a Cards first down. They managed to convert. They'll keep the drive alive.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Cardinals first down. On the ground, it's Connor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Benson. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 4th down.
Gain of 1 yard.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Here's Lance. Over the middle, it's Harrison.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
To throw, here's Lance. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. They'll run with Benson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Will Johnson there on the tackle.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Allen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off play action. It's Stafford. That's called in on the left by Nakua. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 4. On the give, it's Williams. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
A 7-yard gain. And a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second and a couple. Play action, Stafford. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That is hauled in at the 5. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, Rams. is good. And the Rams come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Lance. He's got room past the 35. Down the right sideline. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. Gains an even 70 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Makes the score Cardinals 14.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That's out wide to Williams. Who's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
It's a gain of
Stafford on target, Sapuka, and the Rams have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd down and 9. On play action, it's Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Stafford to throw it. To the left side, and Adams has it. And this is gonna work out. They get the 1st down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Stafford to throw again. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Again, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
The throw on the uphill is batted away. That is incomplete. It's a good job of recognition by the defense, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. Kyren Williams, touchdown LA.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return is Greg Gort. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Put money down. Get your money down. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Boom, man.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing, Lance. Will work this out wide to Benson. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. How about 19 yards on that one? They're in business. It's first and goal. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's got another one. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. His big game continues. His third touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year.
His kick is good.
So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book. See if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Here comes a return from the 5.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Play action now for Stafford. A throw on the move is caught. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain
second
of 7.
Down and 3.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Big Walter Nolan, a rookie out of Ole Miss, there to make the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to run for it with Williams. Needs to get to the 35. I'm not sure he got
really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. That's Harrison in motion. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Again, it's Benson. He's got some space past the 20. Down the sideline, past the 45. Inside the 10. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 91 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Makes the score Cardinals 35, Rams 14. Jeff Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua.
Complete to Puka Nakua. 4 yards.
It is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. To throw is Lance. Moving outside the pocket. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it to a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Lance looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now.
We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break. Come back. 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play action, Stafford. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Stafford out to his right. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. And he's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Dortch now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for pick number 3. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down. From 23, here's second and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down by Josh Swift. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Here's second and 6. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. On comes Josh McCartney for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams back within 7. It's 35-28. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
That's caught by Harrison right side. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Lance. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he's going to be taken down. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now Lance will get that one out to Connor. He will score! James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Stafford now on 2nd down. It's out wide to Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, L.A.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And this is too far out in front. That was incomplete. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a waste of down.
Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just wouldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Williams. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on third down. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
2 yards.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and let's see what he can do after the catch.
2-2-12 was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On play action, it's Stafford. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback, and in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
Now give up the middle of Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 20.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing, Lance. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's going to be close to a first down, up to the 34.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. Here's Lance. We'll work this out wide to Benson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's an Arizona first down. He'll go again with Benson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run, and here's Benson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
He was brought down by Jared Burris. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd, they need 8. Lance. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
A give. Here's Benson. And he is planted backfield. The defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Lance. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they continue to turn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They're called in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Benson, and he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Extra point now by Riley. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Play action, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's into it as he threw in the pass. It is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's the rookie out of Michigan, Will Johnson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. 2nd and 11. Defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'm a high five.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. trip with your friends. Bad dog, we don't count it, just spend. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. Hundred on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take. Don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. More time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just floating.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Might get my hand like a waffle cone.